Now we're going to talk about your warm-up routine or your practice routine or your drills. This is a critical part of the game, that you be consistent with it. People want to be more consistent with their games, but they're not very consistent with the way they practice. All good players have a checklist. If you're a business person, you have a checklist that you go through. You develop that checklist so that if you go through it, at the end of the day, you've got a better chance of a good outcome. So what we're going to do here is we're going to develop your checklist for you. The first thing, stretch. Loosen your hands up. Get your shoulders loose. Do something for your ankles and your feet. Work on the bending in your hips and a little bit for the rotation of your body before you hit balls. Don't use hitting golf balls as a way to loosen up. That's an accident waiting to happen. Plus, you won't feel very consistent all the time. You stretch first, your swing will feel more the same all the time. The next step, now you want to check and make sure that your grip and your posture and your balance are correct. Now, I've got a perfect setup here because I've got my video set up, I've got my monitor right there, so I can get set up to the golf ball, and because of these camera angles, I can check right there in that monitor and make sure everything's right. The balance is good, my posture's good, I can look at my grip, I can even check what I'm doing in my swing. That's a great advantage. If you don't have that, find a mirror or a window. Get yourself set up. If you know what it's supposed to look like, check and make sure you're in the right positions or that you have a feel for them. I can tell you that most mistakes in the golf swing come before you ever start the club back. Grip, aim, posture, grip. So what we've got to do is we've got to make sure that those are correct. Now, once we've done that, I have a practice station set up here. I have a club out in front of me, a club behind, and a club for my body line. Most all good players do this. Golf is a knock the ball down the target line game. If you don't establish a target line, you're not sure if you're aimed correctly, you're not sure what's going on. You want a club out in front and behind you, so that whether you're right or left eye dominant, the whole time you're making a swing, your dominant eye has access to where the target line is. Golf is not only a demanding game physically and mentally, but visually it's very difficult. It's one of the few sports you'll ever play that is a target game that you're not looking at the target. No target line, that's a big reason why a lot of people want to look up quick in their downswing, because they're trying to find the target. So you establish this target line. Now the first thing you're going to do from there is now we've got to figure out how much grip and grip pressure we need. Now this little deal that I'm doing right here, I want you to remember what this looks like because you're going to see it a little bit later. But what I've got here, I've got the club above my hand so the grip's more in my fingers. Club doesn't weigh much. Shoulder tension is real low. Let the club come down to parallel to the ground. My arms are a little tight. I bring the club head up, make some nice soft little circles to get a feel for my wrist being relaxed, but the club's not moving around in my hands. Now I'm going to make a couple of practice swings. I'm going to try to duplicate that feel, that same tension level in my shoulders, the same grip pressure stays constant throughout my swing. Then I'm going to set up and I'm going to hit a couple of golf balls, just trying to get a feel for making a swing with no grip pressure change, no tension level change in my shoulders. Now, here comes a very interesting part. You want to exercise while you practice? How you tee this next ball up is important. Most people bend down, take the tee it up, or bring a ball over and then stand up. Too much pressure in your lower back, plus you're not working your legs. So the way I'm going to tee these balls up, I'm going to come over and step. Now I'm going to lower my whole upper body down to the ground. Pick up the tee, pick up the ball, tee it up, and stand back up. So there's no pressure on my back and I'm working my legs out. So your practice routine now is becoming also a workout routine. Also, I've got the ball on a tee. I want your ball up on a tee at first. Take the ground out of play. Build your confidence level up first. Now, once we've got a feel for the grip pressure we need, now we've got to get the sequence right. So what we're going to do, this is the music or the drum beat of your swing, this instrument or this club. As it swings back, you go along with it. As it swings down, you go along with it. This club has to travel about 15 to 18 feet, so this doesn't have to move very fast. So we're getting a feel for the club swings down, our chest and body pick up the rhythm of the club. Your lower body's there supporting the swing. You don't want to feel like you're out racing it, so it swings down, you impact the ball, your body goes with you. So now you're getting a feel for keeping the sequence correct. Once you've got the sequence down, now what we're going to do, we've got to get a feel for the weight of the club head. The best way to do that, turn the club around. Swing the grip end a few times. Swing it all the way back and all the way through. When you turn the club back around, you're going to make a little swing here. The club head's going to feel really heavy. Now, not only do I want you to feel the weight in the club head, this is very critical. As you swing back, let the weight of the club head make your wrist hinge on the backswing, unhinge on the downswing, and rehinge up on the follow-through. So it's the momentum and the weight of the club head that's making your hands react. You're going to set up and hit a couple of balls just trying to get a feel for letting the weight of the club head make your hands react. You don't need to make a big swing. You don't need to hit it hard. Once you've got a feel for that relationship, and it wouldn't matter how fast I swung, those two positions happen in my golf swing. Even when I build the pace up, those relationships keep happening. Most people, as they swing harder, they turn faster, and the relationship breaks down. So I keep that same relationship going no matter how fast I'm swinging, unless I'm trying to hit some kind of funny shot. Now you got a feel for the club head. Now you got to control the face. So I'm going to make a swing here, and the first ball I'm going to come down in the ball, and this forearm isn't going to rotate as I go through the ball, which is what most people do. That's going to hit a slice. Then I'm going to hit another ball where I come down into the ball, and I'm going to get this left arm to rotate right back to where it started. Boom. That's going to make the ball go straight. That's playing golf. That's controlling the face. The last one, I'm going to get that arm to rotate early. I'm going to hit a hook. So you hit a few balls working on the rotation timing of that forearm. Once you've got a feel for controlling the face, now it's path. So I'm going to hit a ball out to the right, not as much to the right of my target line, and then try to hit it down the target line. Just getting a feel for the path that I need the club to be on to make the ball start on the line I want it to start on. That's basically the game. You're controlling the face, the path. You got the tension level you need. You got a feel for the club head. Again, you can control the face and the path. Now you're ready to work into your drills. Okay, now whatever those drills might be, whatever you're working on in your swing, if it's a hinge drill, if it's a four-step drill, if you're using one foot to get a feel for swinging the club and staying on balance, you do the drill, you try to incorporate it into your swing. You gradually build the pace up, you try it with longer and longer clubs. You've got to go out and play. So you're building the pace up very gradually. Constantly use your drills, even if you only use them for just practice swings.